Hi guys, it's Steve here. Welcome back to another live stream. Today, a bit of an unplanned stream. Today we are streaming another scrim for Militia. Um, we are casting Void Academy versus Phantom Academy. The Phantom game the other day was Phantom University, which I will be updating the live stream VOD to include that name properly. So this is two internal teams, if I remember rightly. But we will see if we can get permission from Mr. Nicholas to sit in that VC just deafened up. Give me a second, guys. The reason why you guys can't hear the game yet and see the game is because I don't want to give everything away yet. But I will put onto my chat the link for Nick's channel. And then I'll pin that. There we go. There we go. Yep, so it is going to be two internal teams. I do not have permission to join either VC, so I will be just down in my own little VC because I've not been given permission to do so. So, just so you know, guys, I can see both sides of things. So we've got Sok, Sushi, Plinko, Shinigami on Team Phantom Academy, and Shinigami is going to be Hokage. So, welcome in, everybody. And we've also got Coco, which is FKV Zawa. Zawi? Zaw. Z-A-W-E. So, everything in there is all good and dandy. I will unmute there so you guys can see me talk when I do tab it over. So yes, there is someone also casting on there. So both teams have a caster who I will link as well. So let me give them a shout out as well. So the caster on the enemy team is going to be Meteor Shashlik, Names are being butchered tonight. Holy heck. And I do apologize to those names that I am butchering. Let me also pin that. I can't also pin that message, so the name is going to be in chat, just simply as. So both views are the casters on both teams outside of myself sorry, not the casters, players on each team. And I am the caster. So give me a second, guys. I am not seeing every one of the members in here yet. On the other team, we have CCTV. So Flesh, Surge, who you would have heard me play with in the past, Adriel, and Macaroni Love, our Void Academy. So let me switch it over to the game. So this is the teams that you're currently looking at, guys. You can see obviously when I'm talking. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. Also, just get this on the screen. Okay. I want chat box. That's what I want. Chat box is now on the chat area. So if you type now, guys, you'll see your lovely messages come up in the chat box. I need to actually connect my camera. And hope that my camera is going to be working properly today. this is where now add. Okay. Oh God. Is this frozen? Yeah, it looks like my webcam is frozen, which is just wonderful. So give me a second whilst I try and fix that. Okay, it does sound like we are going in. Um, and they are starting off with Watch Point Gibraltar. Also tap into game very quickly. Obviously, my camera is not wanting to work today, so we'll go without, unfortunately. As we are looking here, obviously the attacking team will be Phantom Academy first, I believe it is. Correction, it's going to be Void Academy, so they are looking at the Winston comp here, so Flesh going to be on this Winston, with CCTV on the Kiri, Surge on the Lucio, Adriel on the Ash, and Macaroni on the Sombra. On the enemy team, we have Sock, aka Nick, on the Kiri, Bastion for Sushi, uh, Sushi, Flinko on the Rhine, Shinigami, Hokage on the Anna, and Coco on the Sojourn. And already Adriel down. Already this high ground being contested by Void Academy, but immediately Phantom Academy is going to be hitting back. This positioning from Sushi here for the Bastion is very aggressive and can easily deny these sightlines. Already switching over to Diva to dive the high ground is the tank of Sir Flesh, already going low though. Unfortunately, Hacked is going to be plinking, but he gets Surge in the meantime. Adriel goes down, Sir Flesh loses his mech. I'm unable to really communicate too quickly. CCTV goes down as I'm looking at the tank fight. Sir Flesh goes down as I'm looking at where the shot from the Sojourn comes from. And that's going to be a team fight in the favour of Phantom Academy there. And Plinko here on a wild wrap around and come around to the point. Adriel goes down again immediately to Coco. In comes the charge from Plinko, but misses it. Unfortunately though, Sushi does get taken out by Sir Flesh. Down goes Macaroni, but Sir Flesh goes down as well. Favour is going back to Phantom Academy here. Out comes the charge, but out goes the TP for CCTV, making sure that they can get out to the team. And this is where the teams are playing. Already on this overclock is the charge for Coco here. CCTV wants to play this angle to deny the Sojourn, but down goes Sock. In the meantime, Coco immediately gets taken out by the Junkrat, and down goes Sushi because there is not enough healing there for Bastion. Unfortunately, Sushigami is going to have to try and get out. Blinko goes down to the Junkrat. I'm in the sky. Out comes the Dynamite to stop that assault and recontest from Phantom Academy here. They're going to be looking at the high ground for the main lot of Phantom Academy, but Adriel already on this high ground. Slepton comes out, already woken up. A re-gauge is made. Out comes the rush from Sock. Out comes a nice shatter that hits full. Down goes the shatter. Down goes the overclock. That's a team wipe. Phantom Academy looking strong on point A. And again, 60 seconds remaining already on this high ground is going to be now Void Academy. Phantom are looking strong. Flinko looking for potentially a pin here, having to hit the fire strike onto the Ash. Out comes the beat for Void. Out comes the beat, but down goes Adriel again, being the first one to be going down. But at the same time, Sushi goes down to the Ramatra. Up on the high ground is going to be Macaroni though, but down goes Coco. Unfortunately, Plinko cannot contest in time. Out comes the charge is very much in the backline for the Void Academy team. It's Plinko, but down goes his life for that effort of trying to get to his team very quickly. Sushi getting down to a sliver of health, but unable to get out without dying, unfortunately. But down goes Macaroni again to a very well timed road charge from Coco. As we go on board with this Sojourn player as they got in charge for this overclock and right click again. We look at the Plinko unfortunately going too deep, and down comes the Annihilation. Down goes the DPS. Down goes the backline. Shinigami is going to be the only one on point. Again, Hokage, I don't think is going to be making the difference here. Out comes a blaster from the Lucio to make sure he is down and out for the count. Plinko thinks this is still worthy to fight and is rightfully so. Sock there aiding the Reinhardt with the kills, and here's the 1v1 of Orion versus the Kerry, and out comes configuration artillery from Sushi. Again, Plinko going in deep and going onto the high ground though. As the team of Void Academy look for a wraparound and re-engage of their own. The Bastion already tank form. Out comes the Nano. Out comes the Ryan to defend his Bastion. Out comes the Shatter. Hits 3 correction. But out comes the drink wrap from the high ground. Kills 2 of Plinko and Sushi. But Adriel gets kill on Nick as Coco gets 2 kills. And that is going to be the reset of Void Academy. Looking at the position of this team, again, wanting to take this high ground with this Reinhardt to stop the engage of Void Academy. Shinigami here going to be playing a very interesting angle to try and get back up to the point. Up on the high ground is going to be the Ramatra to try and take the jump jet here, aka shuttle. Shushi has to drop down to the ground. Down goes CCTV. No more Kiriko for the backline for Void Academy. Out comes Pin. Hits the Ramatra. Adriel goes down in the meantime, but so does Shinigami. Down goes Sir Flesh. Down goes Macaroni. Down goes Surge. That is a team fight. That is a hold on B. Quite a lot of mileage for the push of B was the team of Void Academy though. So a very good job from the team of Phantom Academy here on their defense. Now we look at their attack, seeing if they can be as aggressive, if not more aggressive for that. Um, I would go listening to some comms, but I really would not want to. Especially since I see ownership in that channel, and I do not think I've got permission to go into there. As we look at the same comp from Phantom Academy, Coco is looking at this Torbjorn for a engage. And on the enemy team, Adriel's gone over to the soldier. We've got a Mauga for Surf Flesh, the Anna for Surge, Junkrat for Macaroni, CCTV on this carry still. As the engage comes out, down goes Coco, unfortunately, to the Mauga on the high ground. Already, though, Sock gets a revenge on Surge. Out comes the turret form for Sushi. Out comes Plinko to the backline. Down goes Nick and Shinigami. Unfortunately, losing both as the supports will mean that is the reset coming out back to Phantom Academy here. Coco looking here very low, has to utilize the slide to get out. Unfortunately, Nick utilizing TP already to try and get to his Sojourn. Unfortunately, losing his life for his Sojourn at the same time. Sushi here on this off angle again of this Bastion. Already looking at the high ground is Plinko takes out Surge. CCTV goes down to Coco. Coco takes out Macaroni. And in the backline is Adriel though. Taking a few pot shots, but down goes Adriel too. Nicely placed Fire Strike. Out onto point A proper as they come around this S bend. Out comes the turret form yet again. Out comes a noose placed Suzu on the Reinhardt. But out comes the sleep onto the Bastion though. Out comes the charge for the Malga. Out comes the charge onto the Junkrat. Unfortunately, down goes low of Plinko. Down goes Surge again to a nicely placed rail shot from his Coco. But down goes Nick. Down goes Sushi. Down goes Coco. Unfortunately, it is just Shinigami and Plinko here for the side of Phantom, and Phantom are going to be getting the reset here. Shinigami having to take a anti-nade to try and keep themselves alive, unable to keep themselves alive, but now comes a nicely placed Fire Strike yet again for Plinko. Unfortunately, unable to keep his Anna alive, but out comes the rush, out comes the kills, out comes Visor though, looking for the re-engage, is this Visor, Shushi goes down, but down goes the Adriel on the soldier, and Macaroni comes in for the re-engage to try and buy their team a little bit more time, but unfortunately the point has already been capped. As already Plinko is looking at this high ground with Shinigami, Coco, correction, CCTV already on this high ground near Shuttle. Macaroni takes top of Shuttle, and this off angle, this double team. Unfortunately, Sok gets caught out man trap, so unfortunately they are down there, Kiri. But Shinigami takes out Macaroni, but down goes Plinko at the same time. And out goes Sushi on this Bastion. Shinigami here looking for the sleep. He sleeps the Mauga for his time. Gets the anti-nade onto the Mauga, but unfortunately no follow-up is going to be able to be made. Out comes the kill onto the Mauga, but down goes the Sojourn of Coco. Out comes the artillery form for the Bastion of Sushi. Down goes Surge, and coming down to point B and the golden box of victory. In comes Adro to try and contest. In comes the Simon. In comes the cage. Hits two. Both the supports and the Reinhardt in stuck in that cage. Unfortunately, stop going down. Out comes the Shatter, unable to land any value, but out comes the win for the Phantom Academy. Plinko getting the game, the play of this round, and that is a nice shatter there. Getting two with the shatter, getting two with the follow up. Unfortunately, the sights was popped, and unfortunately, Soldier, you cannot survive there. You are alone. You have a round in your face. We look now where they want to take us in regards to, I believe, Void Academy that gets the choice here. Whilst we tab over to the intermission, whilst they are coming up with the next round. Unfortunately, my webcam is not wanting to work, so unfortunately, let's turn that off. And we will add a new source. So that's going to be a media file. Sorry, not media file. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get my and so Avoid Academy have chosen a Saravasa here. Looks like there isn't going to be any. There is a sort out correction. Um, so Pathlin is going to be coming in over Plinko for the tank player. Um, let's see if we can get this working. And here we are on Silvassa. And Adriel is going to be hovering the... Don't know what they're going to be hovering actually, so here we go. Mash initiated, and we are going to be looking at this main area of market first, but we will fly over to this side of the map first of all to have a look at what the comp is going to be. And this is going to be Phantom over on this side, and Sushi going to be on the Cassidy, Coco on the Sojourn, Shinigami on this Anna. Fandolin is going to be, Patholin, correction, is going to be on the Zarya, and Sok on the Juno. Um, Looking at the other team, they have Surflesh on the Junker Queen. Macaroni is going to be on the Reaper. Uh, CCTV has not chosen their character yet, but is now choosing the Kiriko as they take this attack on the side in, not on the point. I thought, oh, sorry. Let me just make sure I'm not in that. Whoopsies. Down goes Flying. Unfortunately for them, down goes Sushi. Unfortunately, I do believe that is down to the uh, the mistake that was on my end. I don't understand what happened there, but hey ho, it happened. Um, that is my mistake, and that probably is down to me. Um, I will hold up my hands for that one. So I have left the group chat now, so they should be able to concentrate a little bit better here. Already on this Bastion now is Ardril. It gets the better of Coco, unfortunately. Down goes Ardril to Sushi. Sushi goes down to the Drunker Queen. Out comes a anti-nade onto Sir Flesh, though. Down goes the Macaroni's Reaper. And out comes the full beam of the Zarya to take down the Kiriko of CCTV. Unfortunately, just a Drinker Queen on point to try and take point will not get the point, and that is going to be 99% already in the favour of Void Academy. Out comes the kill onto Shinigami from CCTV though, and down goes Sushi again to this Reaper. Recontesting in for Void Academy. Down goes CCTV though to the Sojourn. Out comes the Rush and sorry, the Rampage from Sir Flush. Out comes the Graviton, but unfortunately no purchase gained. That is going to be markets going over in favour of Void Academy. Going to be Palace now is where they're going to be fighting for this next part. Already looking at this comp of Fanfalin, and out comes the Blossom onto Sushi. Gets killed though for the kill, but down goes Coco, down goes Sok, down goes Shinigami. Out comes the orbital for Sok, and out comes the kill onto Adriel. Out comes the annihilation for correction, pummel form for Pfafferlin as they go over to Ramatra to contest this point a little bit better. Macaroni has to utilize the Fade to get out of point on time. Down goes Surge on this Juno of their own now. Adriel goes down to the pummel form of Pfafferlin, though. Pfafferlane, though. Hokage here, aka Shinigami, taking a nice angle to get a poke in. Out comes the sleep onto CCTV into the backline. Out comes the orbital that does not get too much of a purchase, but down goes Sock again, unfortunately. Coco goes down to the Reaper, but the Reaper goes down to Sushi. CCTV here just putting in some healing to his team. Sorry, their team, correction. Pathlane looking for a engage here, potentially going to be coming here. That's the engage is going to be via the Annihilation. Annihilation has been popped into the backline. Surge goes down. Down goes CCTV. Gets a third with the assistance with Coco. Coco gets another. That's a team fight in favour of Phantom. Phantom looking stronger on Palace here. As it takes up to 90%, and potentially here is going to be an engage, re-engage. Out comes the rush, but unfortunately down goes CCTV. Sushi goes down in the meantime though. Out comes the kill onto Macaroni. But out goes the kill onto Pfafferlin. Down goes Surge into the Sojourn of Coco, but Coco gets another one on Nardril. Down only is going to be Surf Flesh, but unfortunately Surf Flesh did not get the carry of CCTV in time. Down comes the sleep, down comes the kill onto Macaroni yet again, who is now got a different name, so that's always fun. Let me actually double check what their name on Discord is. Also just tagged out of the game 1 second, guys. I believe that's going to be Meek. Down goes Surge to the charged up rail shot, but out comes the Death Blossom, hits free! Out comes the nade onto Meek in the background though, but unfortunately Pfafferlin is going to have to get out of dodge because they are the only one to try and get that point. Unfortunately, Void is going to be the people to take first six on this point of Gardens. Re-engaging is now Phantom Academy, but already up to 30% is Void Academy. On the drunk right now is the player of Mir. Out, down goes Sock again, first one to be picked off by the team. Coco goes down to Ardril. Out comes the play for the and the team decides they are not going to lose any more players. They're just going to regroup. And now Coco on this Tracer instead of the Sojourn to try and get a little more extra done. In comes the dash. In comes the orbital from Sock to assist with the damage. Down goes Adriel again. Down goes the drink rat by Shinigami. Out comes the Rampage from Sir Flesh. Does connect, but does not get any purchase. Goes down and does the backline of CCTV and Surge. Sir Flesh going down eventually. Taking up a high aggressive position is Peffelin, the tank here for Phantom Academy. Sushi looking in for some damage. Unfortunately, Tracer goes low, but Gonas get the nade to assist with the damage. Out comes the Annihilation with the ring for assistance. Annihilation popped, gets free for the use of it, and Ardro goes down. CCTV goes down to the Tracer of Coco. That was a closer point. Now point going to be Temple as we follow the team of Phantom Academy here, looking to take a aggressive stand already. I believe I can go. Unfortunately, Coco going down first immediately means that Adriel can get the point for their team of Void Academy. Already looking at this point though, but Adriel does go down to Sushi are now on the bastion of their own. Up in the high ground is the Drink Rat, gets free for the tire. Huge plays by the Drink Rat. Back onto this high ground, but down goes Paffelin. Having to regroup on point is Void Academy. Coco on this flank to try and get something done. Unfortunately, gets hit with the bomb from the Bastion. Down they go. Unfortunately for them, this is where the Drink Rat is playing up on this high ground as they look to re-engage through main here in regards to Phantom Academy. Notice form popped already by Paffelin. Tiggs being captured by Coco, unfortunately not able to contest the point for too long. 70% already gained in regards to Void Academy. Down goes Sushi, down goes the Drink Rat Dow in return, and already both artillery forms going to be popped here to engage the point. Overtime is in popped 99% already in the favour of Void here. Void do take out Paffelin and Sock. Then goes Coco. That is going to be point of Temple going in the favour of Void Academy. Now on this Arissa looking a little bit stronger as we go over to the final Flashpoint Ruins for the tiebreaker. Fold popped already by Sushi. Down goes the Drink Rat of Mir. Out comes the Sleep. It does connect to the Juno. Out comes the Fox or the Rush from the Kiriko of CCTV. But down goes their team. Powerful being popped by Paffelin. Looking a lot stronger here in the regards of Phantom Academy. Already down to half health is Paffelindar, who needs some support from their, the support players. Down goes Coco to the Bastion though. Unfortunately, not a lot of damage coming in regards to the side of Phantom. Having to back up here to play it a little safe as the Sojourn player does come back. Speed ring out to assist the escape even quicker. Although, do they know that Coco is here? Nade out for Coco on the Sojourn. Out comes the orbital for Sock. Down goes Surge. Down goes Adriel. Down goes CCTV. One more form, Nemesis form correction, gonna be popped again by Patholin. Down goes the Orisa of Sir Flesh. And we're looking at 70% to 90%, sorry, 57% in the favour of Phantom here as it, as the drink rat gets taken out on approach, I believe that was. Engage is quick, annihilation popped. Unable to touch though is Void. Phantom go 2-0. There we go, here's the play as well. The drink rat of Simonus Science getting a triple kill, and then the stagger onto the Rematro. Unfortunately, there, Patholin not able to really do anything with that. As we look at Void Academy's next choice for map, I believe it is. I believe it was actually a Simian Science correction was the name that round for the drink rat player correction. As we now go back to a intermission screen whilst we wait for the game mode. Simian Science telling the team of Phantom Academy that they have chosen King's Row here. Very brawl heavy, so Plinko is going to be subbed back in over Patholin. And the name now discarded. Discard. Is going to be the name of the player here. As we take a short break whilst we wait for this to happen. Game is starting, so let's switch it over. King's Row is starting up, and we will go over to point A, looking over at this engage. Most likely going to be Red Team, aka Void Academy, on the attack. Correction, it will be Void Academy on the attack first. As we go into their spawn and look at potentially what their comp is going to be, looking at the overview as well. They look to be having a ball comp here. Surflash gonna be over to the DPS, so they have done a swap, a player swap, but not a normal player swap. It's gonna be for roles. It's gonna be this card for the tank now and the Genji of Surflash Wrecking Ball for this card. CCTV hovering the Moira currently, and there is a Mercy Farah on the field in regards to Void Academy here. Sleep out onto the ball. Good sleep already by Shinigami. In comes the early engage for the ball, looking for potential Sam. In comes the Sam. Does not get anything. Plinko going back to his team to get a better look at the fight. In goes the ball of discard, but down goes the anti onto CCTV and Adriel as Farah. Farah is still low. Down goes the kill onto Adriel. Out goes the res onto Adriel though. But Surflash goes down in the meantime. Out comes the power driver. It hits two on the terms of the supports, but unable to get any follow-up because his team is falling back hard. Adriel down again. Unfortunately, the Mercy no rest this time to assist. Out comes the anti-nade onto the ball. Hit down goes the pin onto Surge. Unfortunately, down goes Surge as well. Out goes the charge up rail shot onto Sir Flesh, but Coco gets there killed for the time. Into the backline goes the ball of discard. Looking for another power driver. Power driver in does not connect with anything though. Sushi on this and Bastion yet again, but does only find the blade and the deflect of the Genji of Sir Flesh. Sir Flesh then getting two. Down goes the Pharaoh of Adriel, but gets resurrected immediately again. Point is capped by Void Academy here. Already, Adriel going down to the anti-nade of the Shinigami here. And Plinko coming back from spawn. In comes the power driver, hits down onto the backline of Sock and Shinigami, but they knew that was coming. The CC popped, the anti-nade had popped, the sleep dart popped. All in regards to this. Down comes Blade, hits two, unfortunately. Down goes both the Shinigami and Sock, but down goes Flash, down goes Adriel, down goes Plinko, but the Sir Flash gets resurrected for their time. Sushi does go down as well. And that's going to be another team fight in the favour of Void Academy here as they make their way through streets towards B into the refinery here. Out comes the power driver, hit connects with two. Again, out the soldier it gets hit though this time. But out comes the sleep. It does connect, but down on the main damage and support for this ball. Unfortunately, this card is going to have to get out or dodge for that one. Looking at Shinigami here, taking the north angle, Sock going to be here on this angle as well. Out comes the power driver, does not connect with anything though. Sushi looking to burn down this ball. Out comes the barrage. It hits Sushi, but Coco gets the kill onto Adriel. Adriel back up. CCTV down. Mine's onto point. Shinigami down. Plinko charge out. Does not connect, but down goes Coco. Sop goes down. Plinko is low. Needs to get out of dodge with life. Unfortunately, Plinko does go down. Sushi here by himself has to get out of dodge himself now. As Coco looks to take the engage on this Genji, deflect out already. Ball engaged, in comes power drive, hits only Sock. Susu out already to assist with not taking too much damage there. But that is point B capped. In comes the power driver, hits Sock. It does get the kill with the assist of Sir Flesh. Down goes Coco into the drink, unfortunately. Sushi goes down. Shinigami goes down. Sir Flesh goes down, though, as I am looking the wrong direction. Out comes May on Coco. Instead of the Instead of the Sojourn, Sleep goes on to the ball, but down goes Coco on this May. Far on this high ground, looking for some poking. Down goes, unfortunately, Plunko being a bit too aggressive there. Does get the rush assist, but does not keep their life. Sok goes down, Sushi goes down. Now on the Cassidy is Sushi. Now on the Sim is Coco. Coco looking for anything. Out comes the blade into the spawn door. Does take care of Tsushigami. Out comes the resurrect onto Sir Flesh. Coco goes. Sorry, CCTV goes down. Plago goes down. Nick goes down. Sushi goes down. That's full cap. Full distance on point C. 3 points in the regards. Boss. Void Academy with 1 minute 46 left on the clock. They still have time if this goes to overtime. It's hard to finish on King's Row, especially in competitive formats. It is heavily impressive that they were able to cap, especially with time. As we now look at Phantom Academy's attack phase here, potentially going back to this tried and true Soldier and Bastion composition with the Kiri. Correction, it's going to be the Brigitte with a Torb May with the Reinhardt here. Shinigami still hovering and going to be going with this Anna. It has looked extremely strong for them, to be honest. As I quickly take a drink so I can recuperate from that absolute carnage of point C fight. I can indeed. Give me a second. Oh, come on. There you go. Tom Sawyer on the high ground of the bus, and in comes the power drive from the ball of discard. Already taking down the turret though. Into the backline goes Plinko. In comes the power driver, hits free but does not get anything for it. Coco takes down Sir Flesh now on a tracer. As you guys heard, I am joined in the VC by Uncle Reskin. Hello, good sir. Down goes CCTV, down this goes discard. That is going to be point A captured by Phantom Academy here. Healthier time bank for Phantom Academy as the ball comes in for a four-man slam, but unfortunately does not get any follow-up and dies for their effort. Out comes the Resurrect, but unfortunately no follow-up there. But down goes Surge. Out comes the Shatter. Does hit the ball of discard. Shinigami helping out with the assist there on the ball. Adriel going down in the meantime as well, and now Plinko will look at going aggressive here into Tavern. Taking out the high ground, finds the Moira, finds the Genji of Sir Flesh. Sir Flesh going down to a quarter of his health. Out comes the power driver that we hear to our left. Wall comes out from Coco. In comes the mines. Out. In comes the dive from the ball. Down goes Sock. Down goes CCTV though. In the meantime, Coco goes down as I'm looking at the Rhine taking the battle of their own. In comes Adriel though in the backline. CCTV gets resurrected for their time, and out goes Plinko to get back to their team. Adriel here looking at a early engage with Sir Flesh on this high ground with the pocket of Surge. Looking at the power driver comes in, does not get any value for that, does not even, I believe, and doesn't get any knockup for that. Out comes the rally for Sock. Out comes the power driver, does not hit again and gets any knockup. But in comes the barrage, in comes the blade, down goes Shinigami, down goes the power driver, does connect this time. But Molten Core does take care of Sir Flesh in the meantime. Down goes the ball of discard. Down goes Surge to the Molten Core. 3 down in regards to Void Academy. And Plinko looking here for some engage already. Point Bleed captured 4 minutes 20 on the clock in regards to Phantom. A healthier time bank for Phantom compared to Void Academy. No favoritism here, just stating what I see. In comes the Sam, does not get any value. Shielded off by the Brigitte of Sock. In comes the dive though, still to engage. Plinko seeing the Genji of Sir Flesh on the off angle, trying to deal with that. In comes the discard ball. In comes the Shatter, does hit CCTV, I believe only hit CCTV. Sock goes down. So Flesh goes down. CCTV gets some rest. Out comes the barrage. Down goes Adriel though for the barrage. Coco goes down. Plinko goes down. Unfortunately, Wall comes out for Sushi, but unfortunately runs into a mine. Shinigami sleep out. Hits the Genji of Sir Flesh. Lovely sleep dart from a distance. Out comes the dive from the ball, but already down the damage of the Farah and Genji and their Mercy now is this ball. Save out again. Unfortunately, CCTV, they're caught out and cut off from anyone. Out comes the charge into the backline from Plinko. Gets the Adriel for the time. Surge goes down to Sushi. In comes the dive, though, from the Venture and the ball. In comes the rally. In comes the Molten Core onto the point. That's me getting a bit too high for the factor. In comes the Reinhardt to the point, making sure that everyone is not going to be touching in time. That is going to be a healthy time bank of 2 minutes 20 for the side of Phantom compared to a 1:46 for Void. As I quickly have a drink. Um, Uncle Reskin, just so you know, current score is 2-0 to Phantom Academy. As we now look at Void Academy's second attempt of a attack phase, Adriel is going to be on this high ground with this Farah composition yet again. Surge is still going to be on this Mercy. So Flesh are now on the Venture, discard on the Ball, CCTV on the Moira. On the side of Phantom, we're going to be having Coco on this Torbjorn, Sushi on the Mei, Plinko on the Reinhardt, Shinigami aka Hokage on the Anna, Sok on the Brigitte. Sleep down out onto the Farah. Adriel goes down to Sushi. Already Resurrection popped by Surge. In comes the dive from the Venture, unable to get anything for purchase. In comes the power driver onto Coco, takes out the turret with the assist of the Farah in Adriel, but down goes CCTV as I'm looking at that fight, and the Farah and CCTV being taken care of there. In comes some damage from the Farah for the initial engage. Mauga composition now for discard. Engage in from the Venture. Unfortunately, discard getting antied for the time. Gets slapped in the enemy team, but down goes Sushi for the time being. In comes the Resurrection for discard. Sok goes down, Sushi goes down, but down comes the Shatter that hits free. Down goes three members of Void Academy. Adriel getting out with half their health. Coco, Plinko holding points by themselves. There. Down to 10 seconds for Void Academy to engage. In comes the Venture to engage out of T. In comes the charge for the Mauga. Out comes the Molten Core. Only gets half the point covered up. Out comes the Barrage. It hits Sushi in the background. In comes the Nano onto, I believe, the Sigma. No, correction. It's going to be onto Socks. Rallying Brigitte. Out comes two kills from CCTV. Surge goes down. Adriel goes down. That is OT bleeding away. That is going to be round 3 complete. No progress made in regards to point A for Void Academy there. 2 minutes 20 now for Phantom Academy to take a singular tick. And then to see how far they can get with OT. So Flash now hovering over this Sojourn composition. Adriel's still on this Farah. Discard going back to a Orisa that they did pull out on point C on their defense. My memory serves me right. Oh no, they didn't. They did that last round in the series. Their Orisa did look strong. Adriel looking there for some early engage. I believe that was an early anti-nade from Shinigami to try and see if they can get anything done there. Unfortunately, no purchase there. As the engage comes out and they are taking right side by the looks of it. Coco goes down to discard Orisa, unfortunately. So Shinigami going down to half health and but is able to keep themselves alive. Sushi here on this May just doing a little bit of poking in the meantime. Sox Brigitte, though, is here on the high ground, taking this aggressive stance already. They're looking for engage here. Coco is through Hotel. Out comes the anti-nade onto the Farah. Farah goes down, and out goes CCTV's Moira. Surgery has to get out here with half their health. Focusing the Sojourn of Sir Flesh. Sir Flesh goes down, but out goes the rest, but getting shut down. Down goes discard, there goes point, and that is game to Phantom. 3-0. As we watch the triple kill there for the last part. We now look at potentially another map for Void to see where they want to take us. And it's going to be looking like a swap out here for Papelin for Coco. And now the player that's in streamer mode. Hi, Calamity. No, you're fine. And now the player that's in streamer mode, his name is overclocked for this next round. So we'll see how that goes. Once I just quickly mute on Discord. Um, Phantom Academy looking strong here. Chat with a engage every time from their tank. Now we have Fenlane coming in over Coco. I believe Coco had a few technical issues or had to go. Ilios. So Ilios chose a map here in regards to Void Academy. Possibly could see the dive here, but most likely it's going to be the Brawl comps. as we look at Lighthouse to be the first map, sub-map here. Flanko looking at the Reinhardt. We have Shinigami on the Lucio, Sok on the Ana, Sushi on the Drunk Rat, and Pavlin on the Tracer going to be here for the side of Phantom. So Flash is now back on the tank for the side of Void Academy. Choosing the ball here with a Zenyatta for Surge, Adriel on the Ash, CCTV over onto the Alari, and Overclocked going to be on this Drink Rat. As Pavlin comes in behind, Rewind is already out, already down is going to be Overclocked, so Flesh takes it out, Socks out in the meantime, as point is going to be contested already. Down goes into Sliver of Health is the ball player of Sir Flesh, but down goes Sushi in the meantime by the Zen. In comes Sir Flesh onto point. Flanko goes down goes Shinigami, gets boobs off the map by Sir Flesh as his ball. Pavlin looking for a little bit of it, engage and a little bit more damage to the down. Unfortunately, does get taken care down by Surge. In comes the Monkey now for Plinko. So Winston now over the Reinhardt. Down goes Sushi for the engage from Sir Flesh with the Power Driver. In comes the Dynamite from Adriel. Hits only Plinko though. Pavlin over to the Sojourn. Sojourn goes low. Shinigami goes down as I'm looking away from them, unfortunately, as this fight is now in this corridor here. Up onto the high ground goes Plinko and Sock, with the Lucio Shinigami following in closely behind. Sushi is also with them. Unfortunately, Plinko having to utilize jump pack to get out of there. Out comes the sleep dart onto Sir Flesh. Nice sleep dart again as the ball tries and gets out. Surge goes down via the monkey that the Winston that went into the back line of Void Academy as I was watching the fight of the tank and the supports. Down goes Overclock to the Winston as well. Adriel down as well in the small room with the hot tub. So Flash looking at attempting to get out. CCTV goes down to Sushi's drink rat as we are looking at it. Adriel goes down to Flinko up on this high ground still. In comes the dive from Sir Flash. And in comes a potential dive from Void Academy. Down goes Overclock though. Mine's on point though, so they cannot really engage this too much here. Sock on point, sleep dart out. Unfortunately, does not connect with the ball this time round. Out comes the nade, hits himself to mainly with that. Ball still on point with the minefield. Minefield does run out though, so out comes the overclock from Pefferlin. Down goes Surge but out comes the Bob from Adriel. Down goes Sushi as we're looking at the fight on the point. Out comes the Tire. Down goes Sock. Down goes a few members of Phantom Academy. Still looking at the engage is Plinko here, but 3-on-1 is not going to help. Down goes Plinko. Down goes Pefferlin. That is a tire from Spawn. as 100 to 60% is quite a significant feat. Next up map is going to be Ruins. Sushi over to a Bastion now. Shinigami over to Brigitte. I believe so. They can switch that round. Shinigami now on the Anna. Nick on the Brigitte. Paffelin on the Sombra. Obviously looking at contesting the ball of Sir Flesh. Sir Flesh is going to be the first one to point, but has not yet unlocked. The translocator has already been popped by Paffelin. In comes the Fire Strike to engage the first part of the fight. Power Driver into Shinigami. Shinigami looking for this ball in the back line as Sushi looks at putting in some damage down range. Unfortunately, goes down for their time by Adriel. CCTV taking down Paffelin, and Blinko having to get out of dodge. Out comes the nade from Sok. Down goes Shinigami, correction. Blinko unfortunately running into the wall there with his charge. Unfortunately getting caught out by the ball, getting taken care of, down by the ball, and down goes Nick, aka Sock, in the back line as well. Sushi already looking quite injured, and over onto a Cassidy now. As the pile driver comes in and down to half health goes Sushi yet again, but down to with being purple was Sir Flesh. In comes enough power driver by Sir Flesh. Hits two, but does not get any follow up for that. Another engage here from Sir Flesh does not get hindered. Down to a quarter of his health. Overclocked is in the side room here. Looking for the backline is overclocked now. But as we look at it, Sir Flesh in their backline. Sushi takes care of Adriel. A Transcendence popped here by the side of Void. But down goes Shinigami, but mainly it is Team Phantom Academy taking the major elements here. Down goes Sushi, as I say that. Down to two members of Phantom it is right now, but also down to two members on the side of Void. Overclock goes down, the pin comes out onto Adriel as they go over to Bastion. Sir Flesh goes down and hits a power driver onto Pavlin. The supports come back for the Reinhardt. Sleepy Dart comes out onto Sir Flesh. Trask comes out, hits both the supports of Surge and CCTV. A power driver comes out onto point to contest it a little bit longer. Anti-Nade onto the ball. Unfortunately, gonna have to get cleansed for his time. Having to fall back is now the supports of Phantom Academy as they lose their Reinhardt. Unfortunately, though, Sir Flesh going down to a quarter of their health, but mine's engaged onto point. Slam down, hits the Reinhardt, but Reinhardt very interestingly going for the CCV as point is still covered with these mines. Down comes the slam, hits both supports down immediately. Unfortunately, Plinko, you have no supports. You are probably going to die here. Three members of Void Academy here looking at this Reinhardt as the High Noon is engaged by Sushi, potentially going to get the ball of Sir Flesh, but gets taken care of by himself. That is 2-0 in regards to Void Academy. Void Academy taking the map win. And now I can catch my breath, hopefully. Hey, Al. That is now 3-1. 3-1 in favour of Phantom. As we wait for the next choice of map. This time it's going to be Phantom Academy picking after that map loss. As they choose Circuit Royale. Yes. Void's just taken Ilios. Phantom took King's Row. As we go into game here, Phantom's obviously going to be on the defense first. Looks like they're going to be subbing in Plinko for a damage over Phantomlin. Probably pronouncing that name probably wrong. But it's how I've been pronouncing it all this time, so we'll see. As we look at the defender spawn for their potential picks here. It's going to be Plinko definitely over onto DPS, a brawl comp, sorry, a poke comp correction with the Sigma for Pufferlin. Plinko over to the Torbjorn. Shinigami on the Ana. Sushi is going to be on the Mate with Sock on the Brigitte. On the side of Void, they're going to be looking to match potentially with a Bastion for the Adrian. And for some strange reason, I can't get through the doors, so that's always fun. And the Junkrat player who's in streamer mode is now called Inti Warrior, so that's always going to be a fun one. Surge here on this Ana. Sushi down already to the Surfaleshi's Sigma. Both accretions out, both Garisic Fluxes out, correction, Grasps here, I believe were popped. Creation out onto the Ana of Surge, I believe that was. As Plinko goes down to the Bastion of Adriel. And Sock needing to get out of here, very low on health. Sushi again down to her low health, having to utilize Ice Block early. Point A looking to be triggered immediately by the side of Void Academy here. But engaging the point is going to be Phantom to contest this a little longer. Down goes Plinko's turret. In the meantime, down to half health goes the Sigma. Out comes the artillery form for the Bastion. Out comes the Flux. Hits only the Adriel, and Adriel does go down for it. So Flesh does go down as well as the Brigitte of Sock does get that confirmation. This flank now for the side of Phantom, taking care of the supports late, unfortunately, for team of Void Academy. Accretion out in terms of Brandon Lane. Left lane. And Sushi gets the kill onto Adriel. Inti Warrior is going to be up on this high ground now, looking at potentially poking the backline on here. Down to half health is Inti Warrior though. Out comes the accretion, hits the barrier though. Out comes the Goristic Flux, hits 3. Down goes the Sigma 4 Phantom. Down goes 3 members of Phantom Correction. So Flash does get taken care down for their troubles as well. Drink Rat Tire under the point, but unfortunately not able to get too much is the Drink Rat Trap. Down goes Sark, down goes Shinigami. That is point A captured in favour of Void Academy here. 60 seconds on the clock, so that means that go a minute and a half. Sorry, question, 3 minutes and a half to engage point B. As Plinko goes down immediately on this Echo pick after switching over to it. Looking now as we go around the S's on the incline of B up to the checkpoint here. A lot of ground being made up very quickly. Both nano boosts are engaged here onto the tanks. A nice graviton hits 2, hitting both Surge and Adriel. Adriel down. Now goes down is Flash. Out goes the Juno of CCTV. Able to get out with their life, but a sliver of health. Adriel looking for a little bit of poke before getting a little bit of damage to them. Plinko goes down as we're looking at that by Inti Warrior. Now over on the Reaper is Plinko. Looking at potentially finding something that works for them. Blizzard out. Blizzard hits 2. Down goes the Sigma of Sir Flash. Down goes Inti Warrior. Out comes the accretion onto the Anna. Down goes Surge as well. CCTV being taken out in the meantime. And Adriel in the back line does take care of Shinigami, but down goes Adriel for the time. Alrighty, Sushi already having to hit Ice Block to make sure that they don't fall down. Out comes the accretion, only hits the pillar to block the S-bends, but out comes the tire, it only hits the Sigma as they were walled off by their own May. Out comes the kill onto Adriel by Plinko. Out comes the rally though of Sock, but a little too late as the main of that damage is dealt with. They're the only one to stay alive. Down they go to Surge's Anna, and the Sigma now can take a lot of space, and point B most likely going to be taken here by the side of Void Academy. As I say that, Plinko goes down. Out comes the Graviton Flux, hits 2, hits the Junkrat of Inti Warrior. Out comes a Nano Boost onto the Sigma, but down goes 2 in regards to Phantom Academy. Down a third. Correction. Down comes the Death Blossom, does not get any purchase though, and that's point B, captured in favour of Void Academy here. 1 minute on the clock and a half. Already up on the high ground is Inti Warrior, wanting to make sure that they can take these first 2 air spends of point C. On the point is going to be the Druno and Anna for Void Academy. As the Sigmas look to hold this middle ground, up on the high ground is the Bastion of Adriel, but Adriel does go down to the Sushi's May. Down goes half health on the Sigma of Sir Flesh, but down goes Sock in the meantime to Surge's Anna. Out comes a Flux that hits two, but gets cancelled, I believe. Sir Flesh does get taken down, but Surge is also taken down. Down goes Sigma on the side of Phantom, and so does Sushi get taken down. Now it's going to be the ball to engage with Sir Flesh as they do a Pirate over, and the Blizzard is contested onto point, getting a little bit of damage onto the Junkrat here. Sir Flesh goes down, out comes the accretion onto the Bastion, and that's going to be held there. 0 seconds left, almost to point C. They got it quite some distance there towards point C, but not full completion. As we look here at what they decide to roll out with on the team side of Void Academy, they're going to be sticking with CCTV on this trio now. Inter Warrior on the Junkrat. Sir Flash now, though, is going to be over on the Ramatra. Surge on the Alari. Adriel still on this Bastion. And here comes the team of Phantom Academy. Already looking at the side round. Plinko or on this Torbjorn again. Looking at potentially taking the high ground as the Sigma of Pathalan is taking this off angle. Torbjorn has set up turret. Down goes Socrates, Baptiste, and Sushi down as well to a trap. Down goes Plinko to a nicely placed mine via the drink rat. And Pathalan, unfortunately, had no support there and went down, and that is a team wipe in favour of Void Academy. Phantom Academy now going to be re-engaging, most likely through the hotel here on the top side of the screen, as they change over to a Remetro of their own. The Nemesis form popped and takes down Inti Warrior, and Favor is currently in the side of Phantom Academy here with one of their damage down. Void cannot be too aggressive here, but they do have a Bastion. Unfortunately, the Bastion does go down to Plinko's Torbjorn. As I say that. And now the Annihilation almost gained on both sides by the Ramatras. Already looking at the cart progression here comparatively to the attack phase for Void. 4-man, correction, 3-man tired for Inti Warrior, and Sir Flash gets Pathalin for their time as well. Shinigami having to be killed or be staggered by the enemy team. with a minute and a half on the clock. The car is in a good spot for engage, but this choke is quite hard to engage from. Sock taking care of Adriel. Already Vortex popped, and out comes both uh, Nemesis forms. Surflash taken care of, and the Alari pops Captive Sun for Surge, but does not get anything. Inti Warrior does go down to the Nemesis form of Pathlon, and that is point A captured with 60 seconds on the clock, so that's 3 minutes 30 for the side of Phantom Academy as well on their attack. Barrier out already in regards to Pathlon, and going to be taking an aggressive angle, but down goes Plinko as I'm looking at the tank battle. Out comes a window, very nicely timed window, but out comes the Nemesis form into the backline, into the supports. Out comes the Annihilation, looking at this Annihilation with the Orbital, with a artillery form to assist. Salt goes down, Pathlon goes down, down goes Inti Warrior by Sushi though, as Sushi is on this point, I believe. Yeah, Sushi is still on point and looking at this Bastion. Adriel goes down for their time. But Sushi, again, having to hit this ice form, cryo freeze to try and get something done. Molten Core is engaged from the tourbillon of Plinko, but gets taken care down. Out comes the Annihilation for Pathlon. And down goes Inti Warrior, down goes CCTV, but Pathlon goes down to the Ramantra of Surflash. Surflash gets some sock as well. One all in regards to Sushi's Blizzard here for the side of Phantom Academy, but also Inti Warrior with the only all in regards to Void Academy so far. But close to another Captive Sun is the Alari of Surge. The Blizzard is engaged and does not get too much to purchase. Out comes the Captive Sun, gets a destination with the Inti Warriors entire, and down goes Pathlon to the Vortex. So, and Suck going down to a sliver of health is able to stay alive, but Shinigami, it's not the same story for them. Looking at another engage here for the side of Phantom for this matchup. Pretty much similar comps now for each team. The only difference, Pilinko is on this turbine instead of a Bastion. Out comes the Matrix for Sock, but unfortunately no progress gained. Both Annihilations have been popped. I believe both nanos were submitted. The nano for Shinigami was submitted in that fight. Sock does go down. Down goes Plinko. Engaging again with 20 seconds to go is Pathlon. But down Shinigami. Down goes Plinko. As I'm looking at that, out comes another annihilation for Pathlon to try and keep this point. Slow goes down, Pathlon goes down. That is OT bleeding away, and the only one to touch is the mate of Sushi. Sushi takes out Shinigami, but that gets taken care of, and down goes Plinko. Void Academy now 2-2. Correction. 3-2. Correction. As we see the 3k from the Inti Warrior and the Drink Rats. As Phantom Academy have yet another map pick. As they choose Colosseo for push. As we go for a quick break, as both teams are needing a quick moment or two. And Coco back in over Pavlin. Okay. As we look at one of the spawn doors to see what they're playing, they are going to go with Coco on the Sojourn, Sushi on the Bastion, Shinigami on the Ana, Plinko on the Reinhardt, Sok on the Brigitte. On the enemy team of Void, they are looking at Martin, their streamer setting player name now, on the Sombra. So Flash on the Mauga, CCTV still on the Struno, Surge on the Ana, and Adriel on the Bastion still. Shinigami down the first to Martin. In the backline is Martin. As we look at the point for the engage, first little bit of progress going in the way, I believe, can be to avoid, as quite a lot of the members of Phantom Academy go down there. First it was Plinko, then it was Coco. The Sleep Dark does come out onto CCTV from uh, Shinigami, but unfortunately no follow-up there. Re-engage here as the bot and push barrier is coming to the bridge of the Colosseum. As the Martin goes into the backline, does get taken care of by Sushi, but down goes Coco, down goes Plinko, but Plinko does take care of Adril. Looking for something is Martin into the backline. Out comes the sleep dart on Surge. Surge does go down to a anti-nade that was well placed, but Coco goes to go down to the Bastion. Out comes the rally for Sok. Out comes the cage match for Sir Flesh, and down goes Sok, down goes Sushi, down goes Plinko, down goes Shinigami, and that is going to be more progression made in favor of Void Academy. Now pushing under the bridge is Void Academy as Coco goes down to Adriel again. Adriel now getting better of the Sojourn counter pick as in comes the charge for Sir Flesh, but has to dash back down to the low ground. Out comes the Shatter, I believe hits 2. Out comes the EMP, only hits Sok. Out comes the Overclock. Down goes Surge, down goes CCTV, down goes Adriel. And the Malga of Sir Flash having to get out, but unfortunately loses their life for that. But quite a lot of the ults there were utilised that were built up. Sushi having the configuration artillery here for the next engagement. Another nasty Sleep Dart comes out from Shinigami, hitting the Martin. Surge goes down to the nade from Sushi here. Down in comes Sir Flesh, but out goes Sir Flesh because of the anti-nade. Uh, goes down as well. And already looking at the aggressive stance is Plinko here. We're on the stairs. In comes the Sombra onto Coco, but goes down to the mixture of the Coco on Sojourn and the break of Sock. But down goes Plinko, down goes Shinigami. Yeah, as I'm looking at the other fight, the next fight is here with, unfortunately, Sushi going down. That is back in favour of Void Academy, with Coco going down as well. Already regrouped is going to be the side of Phantom Academy here. And the spawn going to be lost here in regards to Phantom Academy. But out comes the shatter. Down goes Flush, unfortunately, losing their life. But Shinigami also losing their life to the Sombra in their backline. Sushi looking out for the Sombra, but unable to do anything for it. Out comes the Translocator, but unfortunately, nothing gained. Out comes the pin for Plinko, very deep into the back line of the team of Void Academy. It's the Reinhardt player, but down goes Marcin via the hands of Coco. Plinko goes down eventually via the hands of Sir Flesh, but bot retaken by Void Academy. CCTV goes down, meaning that there's a healer bonus in regards to Sock, and the side of Phantom Academy. Down goes Surge, down goes Coco though in regards to Adro. In comes the cage fight, hits two. In comes the EMP, hits both of the people stuck in that cage. That is a fight well fought. And re-engage and recontest for the bot is back in the hands of Void Academy here. Looking at potentially getting more meters for their work. Again, the enemy spawn, aka for Phantom Academy here, it has been cut off. Out comes the overclock in the backline of Void Academy. Down goes Surge, down goes Adro, down goes CCTV, down goes Sir Flash. And unfortunately, Martin in the backline for Phantom Academy not able to help their team out here. And having to utilize the translocator to even get out. Reset is going to be done by Martin here, potentially looking at a change of character maybe. No, they're just for doing the reset. Out comes the configuration artillery into the backline of Shinigami, but out comes the sleep dart onto the Hawk though. But as I'm looking at that, Sushi goes down and they are going to have to back up here in regards to Phantom, but they have a Sombra on their sideline, but taken care of quickly by Coco. Is the Sombra of Martin. Anti-nade, Biotic nade out. ACTV goes down. Nano onto the Malga, takes care of Plinko's Reinhardt and Sock in quick succession. And now down goes Shinigami, down goes Sushi, unfortunately. Full team wipe there in favour of Void Academy. Now looking to retake the lead here on Colosseo as they look at going round, getting this forward spawn. Looking at this progress now, the engage is already in. In comes the cage fight on connecting with three, but down goes the Surf Flesh with a Earth Shatter to the head. Down goes the rest of his team as well. Martin here on the back line looking for potentially a virus. Unfortunately not getting anything, having to get out. And again, the forward spawn cut down. In comes the Reinhardt charge into Sir Flash. Sir Flash going down to the charge up right click of the Sojourn of Coco. Down goes Martin to the Bastion and Anna combination. And Plinko taking care of both our Ardrell and the Moira of Surge at the same time. CCTV goes down, out comes the EMP, does hit 3 for the time, but Martin goes down, down goes also CCTV, down goes Shinigami, but Ardrell is down as well. Very scrappy fight. And in comes Sir Flash with the ball again. Hand to retake the point is this ball of Sir Flash, but down goes Surge yet again to a right click. Sushi goes down, but so does the support of the CCTV. In comes the charge from the Reinhardt into the ball, takes the ball down to low. Martin goes down to the Break Eater, and Coco taking care of another one of Void Academy's players here. And that is going to be a now 4-2 lead in regards to Phantom Academy. Serge wondering if Coco ever misses. And at the end of it, that is going to be a 4-2 finish for this scrim. Uncle Reskin, any final thoughts? 100%. It's Void Academy versus a university team tomorrow, isn't it? Ah, okay. 100%. Um, so yeah, that's going to be the end of the scrim here. Um, hopefully that was engaging for yourselves to watch. Yeah, until the next one, guys. Take care.